Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Karina. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Also turn on your post notifications so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Sorry if you guys hear like the cars and stuff in the background. It's because my front yard is pretty much the main road, so you pretty much can hear everything that like goes through. But today's video is actually going to be something very different. Well, not really different. I've already like done a story time on my channel, so it's not like anything new, but I have not done this type of story time. This is kind of like my first story time on my channel, which I'm like very nervous about because I feel like throwing up. This video is actually, or this topic is actually going to be a topic that you guys have been asking for. About like 3 weeks ago, I posted on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, like what story times you guys wanted to hear, stuff like that. And a lot of people commented that they wanted to know about like my past relationship because they heard in my first video that I was engaged at a very young age. I didn't really want to do the video because it's like, one, I feel like it's very personal information to kind of just like throw out there. Like, I just didn't want like the drama or the problems that can come with this video. But to like start off, I'm not like trying to like bash on anyone. I'm not trying to make anyone look bad. I'm not trying to make people hate this person. I'm not gonna say names either. But it's just a topic that you guys really wanted to know about, so I'm just gonna briefly describe to you guys my experience, the toxic in it, you know, kind of what I went through, how it led to getting to that point. And I'm not trying to like put anyone's business out there. I'm not like, there's certain things that I feel need to stay, you know, like behind closed doors, and I feel like it's just things that you don't really tell people. But I'm willing to kind of share with you guys like the little bit of experience that I had pretty much being engaged at a young age. It took me a very long time to decide to want to make this video because, like I said, you just never know what can happen. I wanted to do like a mukbang, so I actually got some food. I actually got this place called Boca in Mesa, Arizona. It's really good. It used to be owned by a family that I used to work for. They used to be called Tia Rosas, but now they switched it, so now it's Bocas. So I pretty much got an enchilada, rice and beans. Y'all want to get me out of the hood, subscribe to my channel because this is what happens. You just hear cars all day and crackheads walking by your window. Subscribe to my channel. Then I got a green enchilada. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I got myself these sopapillas. So they're like these little, like, I guess it's kind of like bread. I don't know how to really describe it, but in this honey that comes with it. By the way, my boyfriend's in my room and my mom is in her room, and I'm kind of like very nervous because I feel like I'm talking about a very sensitive subject, but it is what it is. And also for all you guys or people that are gonna come at me and be like, oh, like your boyfriend doesn't care, like this and that, he knows, like it's literally just a story time. You don't have nothing to worry about, trust me. I met this person through a mutual friend Lydia. She took me to my first rave, and the group of people that she hung out with was obviously like him and his group of people. Ended up raving. We ended up all hanging out. I became really good friends with his group of friends because we all had like the same group of friends. Started this whole routine where we were just like all raving together all the time, going out every rave you could think of, we were going to it. And mind you, at this point I was like 14 years old, so I was really young. So then this is where it all starts. I want to say the first 2 years, things were great. Like, nothing wrong. We were fine. I was very young. So, one thing is, like, me being so young, like, I think that I was in this stage where I was kind of like happy in a way that I had someone, because oh, I didn't even mention this. So I was 14 at the time. He was probably like 17, 18 maybe. Or 16 or 15. I don't even know, but he was older than me. So I think me being so young, like getting attention from someone that was older, like, whoa, you know, and someone that had a job, like stuff that I wasn't used to. I feel like the story's like all over the place because I feel like it's been so long. It's been like 5 years, guys. Like, that's why I feel like honestly I could talk about it, because I feel like me and this person, like, we're civil, not doing it to attack him. I feel like this was all like a lesson learned for the both of us, you know, because I feel like if we didn't go through that stage, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. And like now life is great, you know. I haven't talked about it in a very long time. The last time I talked about it was obviously when it like happened. To be able to talk about it again but not be like angry or no like feelings involved, like I feel like is such a good like therapeutic way to just be able to just be like, okay, one final time and there, you know. There was a point in our life where he decided to enroll into the military. Totally cool for it, like I didn't care. I was like, whatever, it's for a better future for the both of us, like we're fine. So me being very young, this being kind of like my first actual like flat on like relationship, that I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait for him, like I'm gonna be an army wife, like, you know, all this stuff. Leaves to the army. Now in the army, I'm pretty sure, and if you are watching this, I know that there are people in the military that get away with things like cheating on their significant others while they're away, stuff like that, because I understand you're away for a very long time, you're not getting laid for a very long time, like, but it's really sad when your person's like waiting at home and you're having sex with someone else. Like, what? I'll never know, and I don't care, but I know, if that makes sense. In the middle of him being gone from basic training, or gone to basic training, being gone for almost a year, at this point in my life, I was kind of like in a very hard position. At the time, I had moved out with my best friend Brandy, and things just didn't work out there, and I had to leave. I literally had nowhere to go when I was living there. Like, I was already able to talk to him on the phone, and I would talk to him, like, I'm telling you, every minute of the day, every second, every hour. I feel like you go through these stages because you see other people getting hurt and stuff like that. So like you see other men getting cheated on or stuff like that, or they're doing it there and they feel so guilty, they feel that their significant other is doing it here. Things didn't work out at my best friend's house. I was tired of getting like letters and calls of like, oh, like, why are you here, or why are you there, or who are you hanging out with, or you're talking to this person, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. There's so many things that I wasn't doing that I was like, okay, I need somewhere to go, and I know his family would take me in, so I'm gonna call them, which I appreciate them, you know, till this day, because they gave me a place to stay. I called his parents and I was like, hey, I know this person is gone, is there any way that I could just like stay with you guys for a little bit until he comes back, because I have nowhere to go, blah, blah, blah. We go. So I went, lived with his parents, and let me tell you, I'm grateful for them taking me in. Not saying they did not help me, because they helped me so much. If it wasn't for them, honestly, I probably would have failed, you know, because I had no money, I had nothing. Like, I literally had I had nothing. Their way of living and my way of living was very different. Like, one, culture different. Two, like, it's not my home, like, you know. So then time passes and he ends up coming home from the military or whatever. We end up moving out. So now at this point, I'm still in high school. Honestly, barely even going to school. Like, I'm honestly still shocked till this day that I graduated, and like I pushed myself so hard because like I had no one to sit there and tell me like go to school, like you have to get up and do this. Like I was pretty much my own person. Like I did what I wanted. And as in when I say like did what I wanted, I mean like if I didn't want to go to school, I didn't have to go to school. Or if I wanted to go out with him and his friends that night and be out till 5 in the morning, I could, because I lived alone. Now when we moved out was when things started getting very, very different. I remember when we moved out, it was such a good feeling to be able to just have your own home, something to call your own, you know. In this situation, it wasn't really like my home because one, I didn't pay for anything. I worked at that restaurant, the one that I'm eating at right now actually, or I mean their food, it used to be called Tia Rosa's. I started there when I was like 14, 15. To work there, but it was like very seasonal, so like it was like sometimes they needed me, sometimes they didn't. So I made some money, but it wasn't enough money to be able to like cover bills or like help really, like, you know, it really wasn't much. I really make my own money. Like I didn't pay for my phone, I didn't drive because I didn't have a car, he drove me everywhere. Pay for rent, I didn't pay for groceries, I didn't pay for anything. So when things went like south between me and him, it was very hard because I went from someone handing me everything to just not having anything and just trying to like figure it out, you know. And this is where things started getting kind of not healthy. Obviously they say when you move in with someone it's very different. Started off with small arguments, then it started getting to trust issues. I'm not trying to make anyone hate him, like nothing like that, you know. I feel like this experience we went through because we were each other's like learning experience, you know. Like now I know, because I was kind of crazy. Like I mean crazy, like I jumped in front of his car to get him to stop crazy, like hanged off of his car. Oh, I'm not a saint either. I'm not saying I had no like input in it, because I did. I felt like me being so young, me not being able to like motivate him or support him to like do things, because me as an individual, like me being so young, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. How was I supposed to help someone else or motivate someone else? Like to me, that was not my mindset. Like I was used to like getting things handed to me. Like I didn't know what it was to pay a bill. I really didn't. Which honestly I regretted a lot. Like I said, a lot when things did not work out, because I had nothing, like, you know. And they tell you like don't depend on your significant other. Like I get it, you know. Like a lot of people say like, oh, it's good for like the man to pay for everything, this and this and that. The reason why I don't have that mindset is because I lived through it, and it was to the point where like anything that was done for me was like thrown at my face, you know. Now like me being the person I am today, like I would never ask people for money or anything like that. Before, like catch me 4 years ago, which is not that long ago, you know, probably like more like 6 years ago, I used to literally, like when we first broke up, like I would ask people for money. I remember I would ask his friends for money. Anyone that was willing to help me, like I asked them for money, you know. Now I literally sit back and I think about it and I'm like, dude, I could never ask anyone for money anymore. Like I don't like see myself doing that anymore, and it's so crazy because I did it, like, you know, like, and the reason I did it was because I was struggling so hard that I'm like, dude, this is what I get for being a dumbass and for depending on someone and not saving up for myself and not knowing how to work or like what a real job was. I feel like I got off topic a lot. Like I was saying before, I don't really know what the first thing was that he did to me that made me kind of lose his trust. But there's a lot having to do with like girls that just really didn't like care, you know. Like, I understand like people say, you know, like, oh, your man should know better, or, you know, like, your man shouldn't have been talking to me, or like this and that. Because my thing is, as a woman, like, I just feel if there's a man that is flirting with you, right, and they have someone, and you know, either one, leave them on red and don't message them at all, or two, like, just be like, dude, you're disgusting, like, what the fuck, and then message the girlfriend, like, if you're that type of girl, you know. A lot of these girls that like I would catch him like talking to and stuff didn't really care. They knew I existed. They knew I was there. If he got mad at me, he would get up and go in his car and leave, you know. No big deal. A lot of these girls too that he used to talk to, I still like, till this day, I'm like, when I kind of come across, like, if I come across one of their pages or whatever, and some of them actually have friend requested me, like, some of them have actually reached out to me, some of them have tried to be my friends, like, you know, and it just makes me like think, like, I can't believe that in those times, like, you really didn't care. But honestly, I want to thank each and every one of you, because I feel if I wouldn't have gone through what I gone through, I would have probably still been there, or even worse, probably had a kid, or probably things could have just played out very different. So I feel like a lot of these things like happened for a reason, and I don't hate any of those girls. I don't wish anything bad upon them. I don't wish that they get cheated on. I don't wish that their significant other does what this person did to me, you know. I don't wish any of that upon them, because it was really fucked up, you know, and it was really shitty to be so young and like to wake up every morning and be like, because all these girls were older than me, all these girls were his age, you know, so obviously they had a lot more to offer than me, with no job, no money, nothing to help, like, you know, like, at this time he had gotten a job offer to work in Vegas and live out there. So his thing was like, oh, we could go out there, start a new life, we'll be fine, just me and you. I said yes. I physically wanted to kill this guy. Like, I literally was like, what? But I went back. I was there. I can't. This is not healthy. Like, I need to go. So made him take me back to Arizona. Another thing I'm going to tell you guys, do not, and I repeat, do not get anything co-signed with your exes. Unless you guys are married, do not get anything co-signed, because then if you guys break up, it's like a kid. There was just so many things that like happened, you know, and I sit here and think like, what did I do to you for you to like be so mean? But then I sit back and I think on it and I'm like, okay, one, you're about 14, 15 years old. Two, you have no job. You're not a support system. You do not help. If anything, you're a weight on his shoulders. I never had my own money for lunch for high school. I could never afford my own lunch, like, ever. I never had money. And for you people that were part of my squad in high school, I seriously appreciate you guys 100%, because a lot of you guys I don't really talk to anymore, but obviously are still there, you know, and like I'm still here, you know. But like a lot of you guys really helped me. Like, when I mean help, you guys literally helped me. You guys never let me not get a meal. So that was like really embarrassing too, because I never had like my own money. Another huge thing that I'm like, now if I want to go out to eat anywhere, I will take my ass out to eat anywhere. Anything I want, I will get it. Even if it leaves me with $50 in my bank account, I don't care. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. That's my mindset now, which I feel is nice because I never had that mindset, you know? This relationship like helped me open my eyes in a lot of ways of like seeing the characters of girls that are around you, because not only was it girls that like knew him, that went to high school with him, there were some girls that were my friends. I don't expect people to hate him because of me. What I'm talking about is like in the moment. There's girls from my high school that he talked to that knew that we were together, would see him pick me up from school every day, and would walk around school like they didn't know who I was, but they knew exactly who I was because they were talking to my man. Just like, wow, I was literally like a walking dummy. I'm sorry too, I'm not getting too into like the tea, because honestly I just feel like it's just a very scary subject, you know? Cyberbullying. Now, I do not condone of cyberbullying. Like, if I'm gonna talk shit to you because you did some fucked up shit to me on social media, I'm gonna talk shit to you. But to bully someone on social media to make them look like a fool because you want to feel better, not my cup of tea. So, whatever, we broke up. This is where it got very, very ugly. He started cyberbullying. In that case of like putting things on social media about me, putting things up about me, things that people could see, things that people were screenshotting and sending to me. After that, I remember it got to the point where my family started getting involved. We despised each other. Like, when I say despised each other, like, then it took time. I feel we both grew up. I feel we both met people in our lives that really changed us. And I feel that everything I went through was for a reason, because now I know to not be crazy. I feel there's a lot of things that I was taught in that relationship to not do in my new relationship that I'm like, wow, I'm glad that I like went through that. I'm just so blessed. I'm so blessed on the way things turned out. I'm not happy on what I had to do and what I went through to get here. I'm really happy that I am where I am, and I'm happy, and he's happy, and I'm sure he has someone that cares about him, and you know, and I'm sure he knows to not be the same person. I'm not making this video to fucking get anyone to be like, oh, I can't believe you did that shit here, which first of all, I didn't even tell you guys all the dirt. Me and this person were cool. Like, it is what it is. No hard feelings. If we talk, it's about my car, because like I said, don't get anything co-signed with your ex. Yeah, I just feel like we're both in a very USA place, and I feel like our relationship was for sure a lesson that had to be taught to the both of us. I feel like I missed out on a lot of really valuable things young people should be doing at that age that I didn't really get to do. Which, I'm not saying like I didn't get to freaking go out or whatever the case may be. Like, I still went out like with his friends, or you know, I still drank, I still went to parties, like, you know, his parties, but I still went. Just wasn't my scene, like my people, my friends. Those of you that know who this person is, please do not go commenting down below. I just realized I didn't even talk about being engaged. Okay, so very briefly a story of when I got engaged. I was 16. I remember he had mentioned it to me, and I think we were so for it because he was in the military. I knew he was gonna do it, I just didn't know when. He asked me to marry him, and I remember 16, very young, I was freaking out, and I was like, sure, you know. And that's just when life was like, okay, things are different now. Like, you're pretty much like grown now, and that's why I said like I couldn't really go out with my friends or hang out with my friends, or like I barely went to prom. Now I'm like, dude, I would literally have to think about things, you know? I can't just do things to do them. It got to a point too where like I got in a fight with my family because of him. I chose him over my family, which now I think about it and I'm like, dang, I'm really shocked my family didn't disown me after I did that, because I put them through some shit because of this person. I'm blessed, like I have such a good person in my life. Like, he's literally awesome. He annoys the fuck out of me sometimes, but I would literally take any reason he makes me mad over what I've been mad about before. So this pretty much concludes the story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't have hard feelings over these people. I'm not mad at these people. I will never be mad at these people. But one thing I want to tell people that are in a toxic relationship, or in a relationship where you feel like you're in a competition, where you feel like you're not the only one, don't ever think that you have to compete for your significant other. The moment you start to feel that way, girl or guy, you need to get up and leave. There should be no reason why you should wake up and be worried that your significant other is going to get attention somewhere else. It's hard to get yourself out of something like that, especially if you've been with someone for so long, especially if you have kids with this person. One thing though you should not have to live with is live with the stress of making sure your significant other is attracted to you, if that makes sense. Because that's a very fucking shitty situation. Everyone is beautiful in their own ways. I know a lot of females nowadays compare themselves to these Instagram model girls, to all these girls that have BBLs and, you know, perfect boobs and perfect face and everything, you know, but I just feel like, ladies and gentlemen, it's really not about that. If you seriously love someone and you want to be with someone, you're gonna love them for them, and you're not gonna love them for what they look like, or their appearance is not gonna be the number one thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna look at someone and be like, oh, they're cute, like, you know, but that's not, an appearance is not what keeps someone happy. My advice to you is just be patient, have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, trust your gut, and don't ever let someone belittle you. I'm so upset because I have to take all this stuff down. Sorry if it was all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some advice from it. I know I'm not like no Oprah Winfrey or anything, but if any of you guys, girls, want to talk about, you know, your relationship, stuff like that, I'm all for it. I'm open to talk. I'm all about giving advice. I'm all about being there for people, and yeah, hopefully this kind of helps you guys out. And probably won't help you guys out, but I mean, now you guys know my story, and not everything maybe, but yeah. And to the person I'm talking about in this video, please don't come for me. I'm really not trying to come for you. Like, I literally, this is what the crowd wanted. I had to give. If you guys like these story time, go ahead and comment down below any other story times you guys would like to hear, or reach out to me on Instagram, which a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me on Instagram. So just reach out to me on Instagram and just let me know any like story times you guys want, or anything different on my channel. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video, and I will see you guys soon.
Acepta mi locura, quiero complacerte. Yo sé que tú también sientes lo mismo que yo deseo.